Gilson, vamos avisar então a galera da TV Maldita que é o seguinte, hoje a gente vai fazer a live com a rapaziada aí, e aí seguinte, galera, a gente vai tentar traduzir, não ao pé da letra, né, senão vira uma loucura, mas a gente vai tentar dar uma ideia do que está acontecendo, do que está sendo dito, tá? Uma ideiazinha de shopping. A gente vai ter a live com o Dom Famularo, né, no dia 28, vai ser bem legal. E aí a gente convidou a Candice, para eu e o Gilson a gente poder ficar numa boa, concentrado na entrevista, né? E a Candice fica prestando atenção no que o Dom fala, mas eu já expliquei para ela que também a gente não quer uma tradução ao pé da letra, mas sim uma ideia só para vocês saberem. Beleza? Tá. Galera, manda superchat se vocês quiserem perguntar qualquer coisa, né? Vocês mandam aqui. Não tem problema se você mandar em português, a gente pergunta para os caras em inglês, e principalmente as questões do superchat a gente vai traduzir com certeza, né? Os caras estão bem
empolgados.
Bem empolgados, e tem dois ali que estão com carinha de soninho.
Imagina, 3 da manhã lá, cara. Foda, né?
Só a TV Maldita faz isso pra vocês, galera.
Fazer os caras não dormir. Teve um que acordou pra live.
É verdade, que louco isso. Vamos lá, então.
Só dar um recado paroquial rapidinho, Aquiles, antes de tudo. Cara, lembrando que quem estiver aqui em Criciúma, na região, e quiser fazer aulas com Aquiles Priester, ou participar do Masterclass que vai rolar também aqui em Criciúma, né? Vai ter 10% de desconto se entrar em contato comigo para falar o cupom TVMaldita. Então me chama lá no Instagram, né? @Gilson Naspolini no Instagram, que você vai ter esse descontinho de 10% aí, tanto na aula, quanto também no Masterclass, né? Então me chama lá. E também, aproveitando aqui, fazendo um abuso de estrutura, né? Quem quiser fazer o meu curso Como Tocar Bateria, agora vai ter um desconto especial para quem está vendo a live da TV Maldita. Então, 30% de desconto. Eu nunca dei um desconto tão grande, Aquiles.
Que abuso de estrutura, hein?
Mais de R$200 de desconto. Então, é só entrar em comotocarbateria.kbook.vip, usar o cupom TV Maldita e você ganha mais de R$200 de desconto no meu curso Como Tocar Bateria. Mas agora chega de papo furado e vamos afinar nosso inglês agora, né, Aquiles?
Legal. Gilson, só tem uma coisa, tá? Talvez a gente não siga bem a ordem daquele script, né?
Tá, você me diz o número. Você me diz o número.
Não, quando a gente começar nelas, a gente fala, mas pode ser que, antes agora, pode ser que antes o bate-papo role de uma outra forma.
Eu vou colocar as perguntas em português na tela, mas obviamente as respostas não vão estar em texto, né? A gente vai esperar eles falarem para traduzir. Vamos lá, então?
Vamos lá, então.
Chama os caras aí.
Ok. Manda eles entrar, caralho. Vambora!
Hey!
Hi, guys! Good evening!
Hello!
Good morning!
Good morning!
Hello, everyone.
So guys, before we start, please say where exactly you are, where you live, and what time is it at this moment?
Okay, who wants to start?
You.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Krimh. I'm from Austria, and it is 3 a.m. in the morning. So I just woke up for this live stream, and I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. You looks a little bit tired. It seems that you were sleeping.
I was. So I think it will get better. It will get better. Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Sure. This is 66 Samus. I am coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and it is currently 8 p.m. here.
8 p.m.
Are you Canadian?
Comedian?
I thought you were American. North American. That's cool. I love Canadian. I love Russia. Okay, cool.
Well, I was born in New Jersey in the U.S., but then I moved here afterwards.
Okay, cool. And you, Peter?
Yeah, I'm Peter, and I'm here in Sweden. And it's also 3 a.m. here. And I also woke up.
European buddies.
European buddies, yeah. I also had to go to bed, I'll be working in a few hours, but
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm probably staying awake, so I'm doing some workout later on, and then I just go to work. That's it.
So, guys, first of all, thank you so much, especially Krimh and Peter, for joining us. We know that And because a lot of Brazilian people, we did a quiz asking people to vote what metal players that they would like to see here in this TV show, and your name was like on the top of the list. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
For being here. So first of all, I would like to know if you guys, when you start playing drums, if you guys start playing metal, or you start playing another kind of style and then you join in the metal world.
So who go first?
It doesn't matter. We don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to do the same order.
For me, it was always metal straightforward. I just started even with a double pedal right from the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, because for me, it was clear I want to be a drummer, and especially a metal drummer. And I started around the age of 14. So I was like, why shall I not start right away with a double pedal?
Okay.
So
how old are you now?
Now I'm 32.
32.
But I look like 12, I know.
Just a kid. Oh my God, a kid.
Oh my God.
If I shave, I look like
and playing
10.
like a beast. So it seems that you play like 8 to 10 hours a day every day?
Actually not. It's 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm completely destroyed.
Okay.
It's not more
because it's so intense.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So 2 hours kind of is for me a good amount to practice.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. What about you guys, Peter and Samus?
Samus, you go ahead.
Sure, I'll go next. I did not start with metal. I started with like the stuff that my dad listened to, which was Southern rock, Leonard Skinner, kind of Allman Brothers kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then my uncle's the one who introduced me to Metallica when I was in like 4th or 5th grade. And then the metal just started from there. I went to, Dream Theater and then Slipknot after that. It just kept getting heavier. But yeah, I did not start with metal.
Okay, cool. But did you have like a pop gig or a cover band gig before you joined in this metal world?
I did have a ska band, with the trumpets and the saxophone, all those instruments. That was the first band I was ever in, was a ska band. We used to cover Real Big Fish songs. I don't know if you've heard of that band, but yep, ska band.
Cool.
No, I think we have all experience with other music genres as well. I mean, I played also in school bands and tried to have like alternative rock bands and stuff like this. But eventually the main interest was to play some metal drums.
Cool. Absolutely. What about you, Peter?
I just started playing drums because my grandma bought me a drum kit, so I just had to start playing. I guess that's what happened actually. And then my dad he heard the song "Dance with the Devil" with Cozy Powell from Phenomena. Mm-hmm. So and he said that this guy can play. He don't know anything about drumming actually, my dad. But he just thought it sounded cool. So. And later on, I just found out, I started with, there was not that many metal bands when I started. I'm the oldest guy here, so I guess. So
older than this?
Older than him, I guess. Yeah. No, that's that way around. Yeah, this way. Yeah, exactly. No, so I just started playing, and I started listening to hard rock music like Kiss, Motley Crue, and stuff like that. And later on, it just became heavier and heavier. But I also started out playing my first band. We didn't ever rehearse, actually. We were just cool guys in school, we thought, So I think we rehearsed once or twice, but everybody liked us, but we never played. So I don't know, but that was more like a gimmick. And then I actually also started with, music school bands like that, like orchestras and stuff like that. So... And then I guess I was like 14 when I started my first hard rock band. We wanted to sound like Iron Maiden, but we didn't. But
yeah.
But we had a lot of fun.
Ok, Gilson, vamos então para a primeira aqui. So guys, what you were doing when the pandemic started, and what good did you guys do during this pandemic? Something new that you never were able to do in the past, and then you learn and you are doing this now.
Well, I guess I'll start with that one since my answer is boring. I was already doing YouTube videos and live streaming before the pandemic happened. Mm-hmm. So I was, I guess, kind of, I don't want to say lucky, but you know, that it didn't affect me. But yeah, I feel like I'm still doing the same old crap that I was doing before. So boring answer, but yeah.
So nothing changed for you, what? Like
not really. No.
Okay.
No, and I think the only thing that changed for all of us that we just find much more time to be home and to practice a little bit more. I don't know if this was the same for you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll agree with that.
I don't. Yeah.
No.
No, I actually rebuilt my house, and I actually built this room where I'm in. This whole room, I built it together with another guy. So I love,
You did like this by yourself?
Yeah, me and another guy. Yeah, we built
awesome.
it. So
nice.
And I just I did a lot of carpentry. Actually, I did a lot of that, and I kind of. Excuse me?
It's new skills, kind of. Like
it's new skills.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but
cool.
We've been living in this house now for 16 years, so it's been a lot of work on the house. So I've learned over the years, but no. And regarding music, I guess I actually went in more like I wouldn't say crisis, but I had my doubts about what to play and if I wanted to play that much again that I did and stuff. So but I kind of figured out later on that it's fun to play, and it's fun to play live especially, so I'm looking forward to that again. So
yeah, exactly. But were you guys doing a tour when the pandemic started? What was happening?
I just had a few
in your lives. What? Sorry?
I just had a few gigs. I had no tour booked, so I just had a few gigs that was canceled, and then everything was canceled. That's for me, yeah. And you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on tour at the moment. This kind of happened. I had friends that were just stuck on tour, and they told me they had to stop immediately and try to come home somehow. But the thing was that I had this like really big tour plan to play with Devin in the summer, and so I was preparing for all this stuff. And so eventually it was just practicing for something that never happened. But on the other hand, that's how it is. That's how it is.
This is tough.
But
and those songs are not easy to play at all.
No, Samus knows.
No, they're very hard.
Yeah. It's the mix. It's like 4 drummers and 1 drum machine, something like that. It's like everyone is a different style, and it's
hard to replicate other people's styles.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. And jumping from like a ballad to a super complicated prog song, and then comes like this madness of double bass and super fast blast beat, and you're like, how shall you do that in one set? So but yeah, I mean, for me, when the pandemic hit, I just kind of knew that, okay, I have to almost reinvent myself. I mean, I knew that playing live is gone for a while, but I knew that I cannot do nothing. So I just tried to go back a bit more to the digital world. I mean, for me, I'm not such a streamer as Samus is doing. So I tried to focus on session jobs for the studio, to record with bands, teach a little bit. Of course, keep doing my YouTube stuff. But so yeah, just I was constantly working since the moment it happened. But because you're all the time at home, it just feels weird. You're not on the road as you used to.
And now like a really tough question. Are you guys just working with music, or do you work with something else at this moment?
Just music for me.
Samus? Peter, yeah, I know that you are a very good math teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you play those odd tempos so well.
Yeah, I just calculated, man. I'm doing the algebra shit, so that's it. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, but I work as a drum teacher and math teacher. So it's a high school,
Awesome.
It's normal high school, so people go there, and the students are between 16 and 19. Mm-hmm. So and they choose to go there just to study music. So they have everything that's English, Swedish, maths, science. Not that much science, but yeah, everything, and then history and stuff like that. And they also play a lot of music. So I teach mathematics and drums, and I also the co-owner now of the school since a few years back.
So that's awesome.
So, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks.
That's cool.
Now, I've been there for 21 years.
Count 1, 2, 3,
21
4.
years
1, 2, 3, 4.
In the same school for 21 years.
Oh wow, you got that one. Where that came from?
Where'd that came from?
I have a soundboard.
Good. Wow. You have
the professional streamer boy.
But Peter,
hire you for the next lives.
But Peter, do you teach math and do you play drums every day?
Yep.
Or one more than the other?
No, I actually have. I also at the moment I also actually teach music production. So we use Logic and show them also Reaper and Pro Tools and stuff like that. So that's but mainly it's math and drums. And I have math in the beginning of the day, and after lunch I have drums in later on. So after lunch. So and I have I don't know. At the school, I have like 16, 17 drum students. So I have them every week. So yeah, I just like it. I've been teaching for many years. So and I like that. I think it's cool. So
okay, for this answer, liars are not allowed. Okay, do you guys do you guys play drums every day, no matter what?
No.
Nope.
Krimh?
No.
I don't play every day, but I play very often.
Okay,
the
but
priority is very high.
Okay, but what's the reason why you just decide that day I don't want to play?
It can be a couple of reasons. First of all, if I feel like if I don't have time because family stuff has to happen. Mm-hmm. And my practice room is not always available. I share it with other people. So that means I cannot do it. Or, I have to do something else, like a video shooting or something like this.
Okay.
Or the other reason could be that I'm really, really exhausted because, I do a lot of sports besides that. And sometimes I go overboard. And I just feel it would benefit more for me if I just take a day off and recover completely. But don't get me wrong, it's not that I want to be lazy. It's just a matter of how I feel, and sometimes the break feels more beneficial.
Okay, cool. What about you, Peter and Samus?
Samus, you go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, right now I usually play anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. And yeah, I definitely feel that breaks are important. Especially, I'm getting older. I've been playing blast beats so long now. My wrists
How old are you now?
I think I'm 34. I'm either 33 or 34.
You're just a kid. You guys are just kids.
Yeah, we are. And we know, but we are like the same one.
I'm not.
Yeah, but I didn't take care of myself as I was growing up, so yeah, and plus just my schedule with, just shooting videos and planning stuff and just everything else that I'm doing, it just makes sense. Usually every other day I try to play.
Okay. What about you, Peter?
Mainly, I play with my students. We have 2 drum kits, so that's a bit of playing. Yes, it's keeping up with stuff, and but I'm mostly practicing before recordings, before tours and stuff like that. I don't have a practice schedule for that at the moment, but sometimes I have. It's been on and off all over the years. Sometimes I practice very often, and sometimes I don't. But many years, 20 years ago or something like that, 25 years ago, I did my share of practicing for about 3 years maybe or something like that. I did a lot of practicing. I practiced every day for hours. So, and I went through all the the classic books the New Breed and Future Sound by David Garibaldi and stuff like that. So
cool.
I did my work, and now I'm just surviving out of that, I guess, like 25 years later. I'm still doing the same stuff I did 25 years ago. That's what it feels like. But
yeah, but the funny thing about this style, even if you just are trying to keep what you are playing, it's hard to keep what you're playing, right? Because the level is so high.
Yeah. I just do maintenance work. I try to maintain the stuff I know, but then and that's really hard. And I'm getting older also. So I like Samuel said, you know, it's for me, it's been my double bass drumming has been the thing that's I need to keep up with the most, because I mean, I have lousy double bass technique. I'm just using a lot of force and power, and so it's totally old school. I just so now I'm actually working since a few weeks. I've been really trying to work on my ankle technique to get some ankles working. I just play. It's not even flat foot. It's just, you know, foot. I don't know what it is, but the technique is foot. Play with your feet, play hard, and I'm trying to get like a little bit not playing that hard, and trying to play a bit softer, but you know, with ankles instead. So, but it's hard to learn after that all those years, I guess.
Cool. So this is really cool for us to translate to the Brazilian guys. Vai, Gilson, dá uma geralzinha aí, ó. Do que você lembra?
Eu tava olhando os comentários.
Tá. O Krimh, ó, galera, o Krimh falou que ele não toca todos os dias porque ele divide a sala dele com outras pessoas e às vezes, por causa do esforço dele, que é muito pesado e tal, ele prefere às vezes descansar o corpo dele. O Samus falou que ele
toca de 2 a 4 vezes por semana.
2 a 4 vezes por semana, e ele acha que ele
muito blast beat, ele tenta manter um pouquinho longe para não, né, já tá com 30, ele não sabe nem quantos anos ele tem, se ele tem 34 ou 35.
Mas 34 ainda é novo, né? E o Peter Krimh também segue.
O Peter. Tá, só fala do Peter agora.
Fala aí.
Tá, não, o Peter ele pratica com os estudantes dele, com os alunos dele, e também quando ele tem alguma gravação, algum show, alguma coisa assim, ele pratica, mas ele sente que na verdade o que mais é a dificuldade dele, como todo mundo, né, são os 2 bumbos, né, para manter em forma.
E aí ele também falou que às vezes ele estudou algumas coisas do Daniel Bridge, coisas do Garibaldi, mas ele falou assim que aquilo que ele estudou pra caralho nos anos, quando ele estudava durante muitas horas, ele tá usando até hoje. Aí eu falei para eles 3, né, falei, mas tocar o que vocês tocam hoje em dia para manter só é difícil. Eles falaram assim, sim, também é difícil. Então é mais ou menos a mesma coisa, o que eu acho, né? Tipo assim, a galera tem dificuldade de falar assim, eu vou parar a minha rotina e vou estudar alguma coisa nova, ou eu vou tentar manter bem o que eu tô fazendo hoje. Gilson, pode fazer a terceira pergunta você, por favor.
Peraí, deixa eu voltar lá na página de perguntas. Deixa eu botar aqui.
Se você não tiver, eu tenho aqui, tá? Tá.
Third question. Within a perfect world, what is the first lesson to be approached for a beginner in drums?
Play with I would say, play with a metronome just to be able to keep the time and the tempo. It's like it has to be in your DNA. It's not a specific technique, but it helps so much for later on. If you want to do studio work, if you want to play live, it's just it's really important to be able to play with a click and just, you know, you are the backbone, if it's the word. You're the main engine of the band. So you have to know how to play in time, in the right tempo. Yeah.
Cool.
I agree, actually. And also playing to songs. I personally, I didn't do that when I grew up. I just quite early started playing with my own band and never really played a lot to songs. And I had to figure out later on. I started with a drum teacher when I was 10, doing like rudiments, you know, and learning technique. And my approach came from learning technique, and later on I had to learn to play music. That's what it felt like. So, and I think the students that I have who started playing a lot to different records and different bands, they already have, you know, like a solid groove, and they know how to play in time, and they know a little about dynamics and stuff like that, because they've been trying to interpret what other drummers played. So I think it's really important to start playing to songs. I think that's really important, you know, and there you also get the timing, like Krimh said, you know, like you said, to keep time to play with songs. So I think that's really important, just to because that's what the goal is, to play music, of course. So to play the songs and play to a click track, I think that's really, really good. Yeah.
Awesome. Samus.
I agree with both of those things very heavily, and I will add to Peter's and just say play to your favorite songs, like anything that makes you extremely motivated or just in a good mood, just something that's going to make you want to play and just have a good time. Because you know, if you have a good time, you're going to want to play again the next day and the next day, right? So just anything that's going to, like, even if you're having a crappy day and you got to put like Slayer on to get like really pumped up, like it's anything like that, it really helps get the motivation up.
Yeah. Okay, my personal question for you guys: did you ever had that kind of situation that you are playing a song of your band, you have to record that song for the new album, but somehow you don't feel comfortable with the beat or with the tempo or with the kind of groove? Did this ever happen with you guys?
Always.
Every time.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
All the time. Every time.
Yeah. If it's something new, especially, and you had no chance to adapt to it, I always say that you have to play this song like 100 times on tour just to really appreciate it, to know it in every kind of condition possible. Because in the studio, let's be honest, you just kind of wrote the song, or it's not even your song you wrote, and you kind of try to imitate a MIDI drum track you got, and it just doesn't feel comfortable. Of course, we struggle. And for me, the worst is when there's the moment where you overshoot your system and you just learn so much new stuff that it's complete chaos and you just don't know what's going on. Because like your body says, "What are you doing? Why you play stuff like this now?"
Yeah.
And so, of course, it's normal. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
The best is when. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Samus, go ahead.
I was gonna say the best is when you're working with a guitarist who clearly doesn't know what's realistic on the drums and what's not, and they want you to play something that's just either not going to sound good or just not possible.
No. Exactly.
Just like that. Cool.
I also think, like you said, Krimh, also that I often think of that because when you're in the studio, as you said, it's normally the songs are just new, and you, if at all, if you practice them or if you rehearsed it, and if you do projects and stuff like that, when people is spread all over the globe, you know, it's just, you know, you have to play that in an instance, kind of, yeah. But I always feel that when you get back from a tour, I always feel like, well, now is the time to record that album. That would be awesome now. Because now you have everything in pocket and you know what to play, you know the stuff. But of course, that's not happening. So, but that would be great, though. That would be great.
Awesome.
I agree. Yeah.
So, galera do Brasil, manda superchat, porque a gente vai começar a responder o superchat aqui da galera. E a pergunta que eu fiz é se alguma vez eles foram para estúdio e tiveram dificuldades de gravar algum padrão, e todo mundo falou que sim, e que os guitarristas são todos uns cuzões, porque eles querem fazer a gente tocar coisas que eles não sabem como é.
Monta no computador, depois querem que a gente se foda, né?
Vai lá. So, guys, now we're gonna start with the super chat, and I already saw a question here for you, Peter, but you don't talk about Dream Theater yet, okay? We're gonna make people pay more.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
To talk about it, okay?
Okay. I'll just wait for you to tell me, you know, and I'll do the talk when it's okay.
So, as like we told you that we are raising money for Casa Guido. That is an institution that takes care of children and teenagers with cancer. So it's a really good cause. If people want to ask you something, they have to pay. Go ahead, Gilson.
Go pay for the good stuff.
Let me find it now. The first one, I think, is Philippe Schumacher.
Yeah.
Who gives 5 reais. Peter, how it was to record that excellent records of James Labrie? I love the drums.
Oh, thanks.
Don't talk about Dream Theater, okay?
No, I won't. I won't mention it. No, I won't mention it.
By the way, Static Impulse was in my CD player.
Wow.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Amazing record, amazing drumming, outstanding.
Wow. Thanks a lot. Makes me very happy to hear. Wow. No, that was just a very fun project to do. And Matt Guillory, who writes the music, he's the keyboard player of the band, and he's been working with James for many years, also before on the records that I didn't do before I played, like Mike Mangini played on those ones. He's just a phenomenal songwriter. He writes great music, and also I would say that like Krimh, that you said, we always have to try to replicate MIDI drums from different. They program something, and then can you play this? And I'm like, no, I can't. And that's impossible. like Seamus said, it's just impossible. But he's doing great drum programming, and so the whole vibe from the pre-production sounded like a great production already. So I just put my flavor to it, and I did a lot of work actually on the beats, of course, but also very much on the different drum fills, because I think the tempos and the style of music that on Static Impulse, especially when I did the first one, that one really fits my music. It's not too fast, and it's also, then you have some time to do like more, intricate rhythms and do some polymetric stuff in the drum fills and stuff like that. So it just came out to fit my drumming very well, the music that Matt actually wrote. So and of course I knew I was doing the drums for James Labrie, so I kind of I always put in a lot of work in the stuff I do, but maybe a little bit extra for that one, I guess. I did.
It came out great.
Yeah, thanks.
Great, amazing.
I'm actually, thanks. Okay. I'm happy with it still, actually. Yeah.
Gilson, keep going, please.
Primeiro traduzir, né? Perguntaram então como é que foi gravar pro James Labrie, e ele comentou que foi um trabalho incrível, que ele deu sangue para fazer, mas que uma coisa interessante foi que, além das composições serem muito boas, né, serem fenomenais, ele citou um nome que eu não lembro agora, que foi o compositor lá junto do James Labrie.
O tecladista.
O tecladista, e que ele...
What's the name of the keyboard player, Peter?
Matt Guillory. Matt
Guillory. Okay.
Matt, yeah.
E ele comentou que ele recebeu, na verdade, a bateria MIDI, né, que muita gente recebe na pré-produção, e que estava muito legal, estava muito bem construído, então ele só encaixou o estilo dele em cima disso, que fechou como uma luva, e depois ele foi trabalhando as viradas, trabalhando diferentes compassos compostos e tal, e trabalhando as quebradinhas, né? E foi isso aí.
Tá ótimo. Manda bala.
Próxima o quê? Próxima pergunta do Superchat. Tá, pera aí.
Isso.
Deixa eu achar aqui. Cara, aqui, deixa eu ver. Deixa eu voltar.
É o baiano, porra.
Não, acho que antes tem a Luana, não é? Luana da Meta?
Não. É que a Luana aqui apareceu depois, mas pode ir com o baiano.
Deixa eu só ver se não tem outro antes aqui, se é isso mesmo. Tem um Guilherme Borges que mandou R$50 antes.
Tá, Essa aqui é legal.
Essa é boa.
Samus, this one is for you. It seems that you are old. Yeah. You own something for someone.
Yeah,
I saw this before.
I think
he might have missed it. I've played so many. I've played a lot of anger songs. I feel like Temple of Shadows is one of my favorite albums. So I play anger songs a lot. He might have missed it.
Go for the question, Gilson, please.
Let me translate this for the Brazilian crowd.
Sure.
O Guilherme Borges mandou R$50 e disse: eu paguei R$50 pro Samus tocar uma música do Angra e ele nunca tocou. E eu imagino que é porque ele fez a conta e descobriu que valiam tipo $10. Mas ele falou que já tocou várias músicas.
What songs did you play already? Samus. What songs?
I usually play songs from Temple of Shadows. That is one of my favorite albums to listen to in terms of the drumming. So
thank you, sir.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much.
Fuck yeah. So yeah. I usually the first couple of tracks on that album I'll play. They're great. There's a lot of fun. So yeah, but if he wants, I'll play more anger for him. So I can do it
now
again.
Now you're in trouble. You never mess with Brazilian people, huh? Go ahead, Gilson.
This is Luana da Meto. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Luana?
Luana.
Yeah, Luana.
Hello.
And us
great.
$20 and not really a question, just want to say that a big percentage of my favorite drummers are on this live. Here is your super chat, Aquiles.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I would like to thank Luana because she's so great. She's a great player, and she introduced me to your drumming, Krimh. I asked her, tell me some. I asked her, tell me some new drummers, like some names, and then she sent me a link, and I said, "Wow, this is not possible. This guy can't be playing like this." But it was real. Yeah,
very cool.
Thank you so much, Luana.
Yeah, I remember her seeing her live in Sweden. I was just recording my first Septic Flesh album, and she played in Sweden a show. So I checked it out, and very good playing. You play awesome. I really enjoyed it. It's great to see, women playing and smashing it and playing metal. It's amazing. We want more of that.
Yeah. Cool.
We actually had a few. Luana and I actually met a couple times in my rehearsal studio. We played together. So
awesome.
Of course, her boyfriend is an old student of mine that I know very well. So
awesome.
So we just been having some drum hang and been playing together, and she's really awesome.
That's awesome.
Love your playing, Luana.
Yeah.
Cool.
May I translate this? This is cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A Luana mandou R$20, né? A Luana da Cripta, nosso orgulho nacional aqui, batera.
Verdade.
Tocou
no Festival da TV Maldita.
Tocou no Festival TV Maldita, tocou na bateria do Aquiles. E ela mandou ali, né, dizendo que nessa live tá reunido alguns dos bateras favoritos dela. Mandou um superchatzinho. E o Krimh comentou que... Aliás, o Aquiles comentou primeiro que conheceu o Krimh por causa da Luana, por indicação dela. E ele comentou sobre ter visto ela tocando, acho que na Suécia.
Isso.
E ter achado fantástico o play dela, tipo, descendo a lenha, tocando...
Beleza!
Yeah.
I know this one.
Yeah. E depois o Peter comentou também que já tocou com ela, né? Eu acho que ele falou que o namorado dela faz aula com ele, foi isso?
Isso, aham.
E ele já teve experiência de tocar junto com ela. Então, muito legal aí saber... da Luana sendo respeitada lá fora pelos grandes bateras que ela merece. É isso aí.
Cool. Go ahead.
Next one. Thiago Redinha Shade.
This is your friend.
499.
Yeah.
Thiago.
My friend. My dear friend.
Hey, say to him, you are a baiano vagabundo.
Baiano vagabundo.
Yeah! Lazy baiano.
Lazy baiano. Okay. He's such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's amazing. We used to hang a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Usually we hang a lot.
Yep.
Thiago said, Peter, what is the perfect BPM for a Swedish thrash / death metal like Darkane song that makes you want to run and destroy everything around you?
I would say, if I like to play songs, and I think that's also for Darkane and stuff like that. I think when it's not demanding like double bass for me, I like playing around 220, so then I can do some rhythms. And I think 220 is a great tempo because it's not super fast, and it's still
it's a ballad, huh? Yeah. Is it just a ballad, mid-tempo ballad?
No, not for double bass, but for doing like skank beats. I like that tempo. And it sounds more. It just sounds old school thrash, and that's main music I grew up with, thrash metal. So, and I also death metal, of course, but thrash. I was more like a thrash metal guy. So, and I think that tempo 220, that's when you thrash around here in Sweden, I guess. That's when the party begins. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's when you throw around meatballs.
Exactly, the meatball throwing tempo. That's what it is.
Cool. May I translate this first? O Thiago Shade mandou perguntando pro Peter qual era o BPM perfeito para um cara da Suécia tocar thrash metal, death, like, como se fosse Darkane, como é que é? Songs that makes, músicas que fazem você querer destruir tudo ao redor de você. Ele falou que a 220 BPM é um BPM tranquilo para eu fazer os...
Caralho.
Cool.
Okay, next one.
Next one. Kevin? Não. Peraí, deixa eu voltar. Wait for it.
Next one is Isabela Moraes.
Isabela Moraes. 2790. Not a question, just to say this is not a triplet.
For me. Amazing video
about Hertha that I never see.
Amazing video. I love it.
I know what it's about because I wrote with her on Instagram about her song and said like, yeah, this is a nice double bass and it's nice triplets. I said, no, it's Hertha's. No, it's triplets. No, it's not. No, it is. And then we figured out that we talk about a completely different part and we were both right. No.
Yeah, sometimes people misunderstand because they think that 3 notes, they are always triplets.
Yeah.
And this is not.
Samus, didn't you do a video about that too?
Yeah, he did a very famous video.
I think that's really funny. It's because this guy who thought it was triplets, wasn't it? Dig it. That's
exactly.
No,
it's not a triplet.
I mean,
Amazing.
I feel bad putting them in there, but it was too funny not to. It was funny. So.
Did that
was
guy
an open
ever?
goal.
Hey, Samus, did that guy ever reach you to talk about? Hey, why you did this?
I don't think so. But
okay.
I don't know.
I guess he quit playing drums after that.
I hope not. I'd feel bad.
No.
Is this the reason why you moved to Canada, just to hide from? He cannot find you anymore.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you guys know each other in person?
I know Samus.
Yeah, just Krimh.
Okay.
We toured together. 2010, right?
Cool.
Somewhere around then. Yeah, that was great.
And then
I used to take pictures of Krimh when he was sleeping on the tour bus. I'm weird, but
that is really
I love him. Yeah.
Hey, Brazilian guys, if you guys want to know something about the Dream Theater audition, the super chat must be at least 100 reais. Okay? Then Peter is going to talk.
That's how you make the money.
That's how you make money.
Actually, 100 reais is something like almost $20, a little bit less.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's not
for Brazilians.
Expensive answers.
Yeah.
But it's for a good cause. It's a good cause.
It's for a good cause.
That's
true. That's true.
Keep going, Gilson. Keep going, please.
Primeiramente, falar que o Aquiles acabou de dizer que quem quiser saber sobre a história do Peter com o Dream Theater vai ter que pagar R$100. É isso aí mesmo. Afinal de contas, são apenas $20. É isso aí. Bruno Santin.
Bruno!
Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
Krimh and Samus.
Do
you know this guy?
Wait,
I don't know.
Bruno Santin. He's a beast.
Yeah,
okay, good.
He's insane.
Okay, perfect.
Check him out.
Check him out. He's a monster.
I've been in contact with Bruno. I just sent some comments on a video he did with some double bass drumming. I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, and we've been DMing some messages. Never met him, but he's an awesome drummer. Awesome.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, and he seems to be super friendly. Yeah.
Hard-working guy.
Yeah, hard-working, that's for sure.
Yeah. Keep going.
Definitely.
O Peter acabou de falar que conheceu o Bruno Santin na internet, se espantou com ele tocando e acabou criando amizade, começaram a conversar juntos. Então, muito legal saber que o Peter conhece o Bruno Santin, mais um grande batera aqui do Brasil. Let's go, another question. Ricardo Wildchild. Superchat para Casa Guido, já aproveitando para exaltar o maior número do hard rock mundial, Black Lawless. He's a the greatest fan of Wasp in Brazil.
Okay.
So, by the way, do you guys like Wasp? Do you guys like this heavy metal stuff from the 80s?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm too young, to be honest, to be like completely involved in this. But I appreciate it. I mean, for me, I like more like White Snake, cheesy 80s stuff. But yeah, it's part of the history,
Mm-hmm. What's your favorites from the 80s, Samus and Peter?
I can tell you that Wasp was actually a big influence on me when I grew up. I started listening to Kiss and Motley Crue, but quite early on discovered I remember because I saw the video for "I Want to Be Somebody," and that was the first video I saw from Wasp, and I was blown away by it at that point, and actually we did a cover of "I Want to Be Somebody" where I do the vocals, and Christopher, the guitar player of Darkane, he did an album called whatever, can't remember the name now, but I did the vocals, and we did a cover version of "I Want to Be Somebody" where I do the vocals, and so that was a big part of my childhood, actually, listening to Wasp. Also, the albums that came after that, I listened a lot to. So I love that band. And you know the songs, Aquiles. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and you know what? Let me tell you something. The songs are not easy to play. That album, The Crimson Idol, when you start playing, when you are just listening inside your car to get used to the feel of the songs, it's one thing. But when you start playing, oh my God, it's a lot of 18 notes, 60 notes.
Yeah.
All the rolls, it's very fast. And Blackie is always saying, hit this drum kit louder. It's not enough. Not enough.
Well, you do that very well. You're a hard hitter, man. So.
Yeah, it's a great gig, and now I'm just in love with the songs. It's amazing. Okay, Gilson, go ahead.
Another one. We find here Kevin Bozio official. Krimh and Samus, currently up to how much BPM do you get on double kicks? What is the setting of threshold and sense in the triggers module? Wow. You have this in mind, this number you have in mind?
We can't tell you our secret settings. Come on, man.
Come on. You have to pay for that. Not just 20 reais.
Yeah.
That's a very nerdy question. I think threshold 20? 21, something like this.
It probably depends on what module you have too, because different modules probably have 0 to 30 or 0 to 10. It probably depends on the module.
What kind of module you guys use?
The TM2 from Roland.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a Roland as well.
Okay, this is the same one that I'm using.
Yeah.
So I have it says a threshold on 20 or 21. And how fast I go with double kicks, I'm not going that crazy, I think I like the 16 note stuff. Now I'm more like around 220-ish. With the heads, I go quicker, but for the feet, something like that. For the ultra quick stuff, I have other drummers that can do this.
Man, I saw that video that you posted like a week ago. That one was fast. Oh my God.
It was.
Fast as a shark.
Your Emperor video?
The Emperor one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, dude. Dude, that was
so good.
Insane.
Shit.
It was extremely difficult to follow the flow of the song. It was like...
They didn't record that to a click, right?
No,
they didn't use a click.
And it was like flowing around. It's constantly double kicks and super fast blast speed. But it is still around... I think the double kicks were 215, something like this.
This is really fast.
And blast speeds, I think, was 225, 230-ish. It's not that fast on this album version.
It's the stamina that you need for that song, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, another question. Like, when it comes to double bass patterns, like in 16 notes, do you guys do you worry about how many patterns you have to play, how many bars you have to play, or the speed is much more important? Like when you are practicing with 200, 210, do you play for 10 minutes or you just play for maybe 32 bars or something like that? How do you guys practice when it comes to speed in 16-note patterns?
Sure, I'll go first with this one. For me, when I was first learning how to do blast beats and double bass, I was studying Derek Roddy like a hawk. So I found this old YouTube video of him explaining a metronome exercise that he would do. And basically you put on the metronome, it doesn't matter what speed, whatever you want. But for 2 minutes you do, and you can do this with the hands or the feet, you do 4 on each hand and then 8 on each hand, and it's in 2-minute intervals, and it ends up being like a whole half hour. But it's at one tempo. And I found that really, really helped my chops and my stamina. But I'm sure, any other drummer or tons of other drummers could tell you they did it a different way. But that's what worked for me. I felt like that really gave me my chops doing that.
Cool. What about you, Krimh?
I never was really the guy that would sit down and would play 10 minutes straight double kicks. I'd rather always incorporate it in more interesting exercise. So what I would do if the tempo is not too quick, because if we talk about 200 plus, it is fast. And so I will not sit down and play this for minutes straight through. But for 180, 170, where the ankle motion is really, you can play a lot with ankle motion and it's not so exhausting, I would go for a longer time and I would just improvise with my hands to be more interesting and to challenge my coordination, right? Because this is something that is more, or that's something that you would use in a song. You will not sit there and play just double kicks. You have to do also some with your hands.
Yeah.
And if it goes faster, I just rather practice on the start and stop motion. I would focus on that when I begin the double kicks, it is clean, and when I end it, and I would increase it by a bar at a time,
Okay.
So and it always depends, of course, how fast it is and how long you have to play this. Some people say I play 300 beats per minute. Yeah, but for how long?
Yeah, exactly.
2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
And then there's a power metal song, and you have to go through 180 beats per minute, and this for 5 minutes. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's even harder than doing a fast one that's shorter.
Of course,
exactly. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So,
What about you, Peter?
I actually never really sat down and practiced double bass for that sense. I actually mainly
liar.
No, but I tell you, the thing is that Christopher, the guitar player of Darkane, we've been playing together for 32 years in the same bands. So we've been playing together forever since we started playing in a band. We've been playing together, and he loves fast stuff. And ever since '91, since the release of Human from Death, and when he heard that band, he wanted me to play like Sean Rayner did on that record, and I've been struggling with that ever since. So
now play fast.
Exactly. So I mainly, actually, to be honest, I actually mainly practice double bass when we rehearsed as a band. So at band rehearsals, I had to play the songs we've been playing, and that's when I play double bass. And mainly when I've been practicing, I've been working a lot on coordination. I love coordination stuff. I love like I said before, The New Breed, that book. I just love it. I love it. Yeah. And I know also Sean Rayner actually practiced a lot in that book. And when I talked to him about that, so yeah, and he was just an influence for me, and I just tried to play in that kind of style as he did.
Okay, now a very important question. Do you guys believe in exercises when you are playing just the double bass without the hands? Like you are watching TV and don't lie.
It's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea.
I think whatever you do, whatever you play is a good idea. For me personally, I would get so bored and I rather, as I said, incorporate it in something that makes more sense in a musical way. Like just try to play a groove and then add the double bass exercise into it, you know. I try to do that sometimes to watch something and just let the double kicks run through, but I feel like my focus drifts off.
Yeah, I know that playing just the double bass, it's better than don't play anything. But
exactly.
You guys, do you practice like, now I'm going to practice just the double bass?
Very rarely.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've sat down and just focused on that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Peter?
No,
no double bass at all.
No, I did it on rehearsals.
Doesn't need it.
No, I played on rehearsals. No, but actually, to be honest, I did it. I started it like 2 months ago. That was the first time ever, almost, that I ever played with only double bass without playing with my hands. So because I actually, you know, Martin Jovanovic, he's the Drum Academy stuff. I bought his 9 weeks of drumming because I wanted to learn the ankle technique. So I started working with that program. So I'm kind of late to the game, I guess. Started working on my double bass, but actually that was the first. Just this couple of weeks been the first time ever I just sat down and just practiced double bass because I have a problem with my right leg. Because I've been playing with so much force and muscles. So, and I have a problem with my hip flexor now because of, been playing too much with muscles and force and without a good technique. But I actually have great technique in my left foot. So that's weird because I've been keeping time all the you know, whenever I play a beat, I keep the time on my left foot with the hi-hat closed. But you know, with the heel going up and down on the hi-hat pedal, so my left foot is really I like my left foot, but I don't like my right foot. So I'm trying to copying that right now. So yeah, but normally I never play just with double bass and nothing else, and I don't do TV. Yeah.
Okay, Gilson.
I think that's interesting to translate to the.
Yeah, exactly. Tell them, please.
Yeah. O Aquiles perguntou se alguma vez eles já praticaram ou ainda praticam somente bumbo. Tipo, ficar encostado no sofá.
Porque muitas vezes a gente vê vídeos na net da galera praticando só os pés, né? Eu particularmente, eu acho que não funciona porque você nunca vai fazer...
O equilíbrio é outro,
equilíbrio, né? É outro. A não ser que você vai tocar Angel of Death. Aí todo mundo sabe. You guys know what I'm talking about, even in Portuguese.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keep going, Gilson.
Todos eles falaram, né? O Krimh falou que ele pratica sempre tentando fazer de uma maneira mais musical possível, mais interessante, porque ele falou que ia ficar entediado, ficar só praticando os pés, né? O Samus eu realmente não lembro o que ele comentou sobre isso.
Não, ele falou que hoje em dia nunca mais fez só para os pés, né?
E o Peter falou que não praticava bumbo nenhum. Algumas vezes. Never practice.
Yeah, you never practice at all.
Teve um momento que ele pegou um método novo, né? E ele estava sentindo algumas dores e tal por alguma falta de técnica na perna direita dele, e que daí ele começou a praticar, né, uma técnica nova, somente focado nos pés, mas foi o único momento, e que inclusive a perna esquerda dele ele se orgulha mais do que a direita, porque pelo fato de ele sempre tocar marcando o tempo, aí ó, a importância de marcar o chimbal, né, com a perna esquerda, ele tem a perna esquerda bem torneada, vamos colocar assim, e ele se orgulha mais do pé esquerdo do que do pé direito.
Cool. Let's keep going because we have a lot of super chat. We're still waiting for the money for
the Dream Theater.
Oh, yeah. We're still waiting for that. Galera, se vocês quiserem saber a versão do Peter sobre o Dream Theater, cenzão. Manda cenzão que a gente passa até na frente.
É isso aí.
Go ahead.
Euler Moraes, €5. What keep you guys motivated after all these years? You guys are sick. Also, Temple of Shadows is one of the best albums ever, and the reason I actually play drums.
Valeu, Euler. Obrigado, Euler.
What
so,
keep
guys,
you guys motivated?
Every day. to do something for your drumming or your career?
I just love playing drums. That's it. I just love sitting there playing. I love practicing on my own, practice myself. I love playing with bands. I love recording. I just love it, and that keeps me motivated. I actually had like the last year now. I had like a bit of motivation, lack of motivation, but I just figure out, what the heck. I love doing this, and so I think. If you find your passion, whatever it is, sports or carpentry or whatever, and if you find something that you like, just keep on doing. That's keep you motivated, and I just love playing. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
The same for you guys?
For me, it's all about finding something to be inspired by to stay motivated. We're always going to have some days where we're not motivated and we just want to sit around and watch YouTube videos, but maybe sometimes when you're watching a YouTube video, you can find something new that inspires you, even if it's like somebody who makes videos that's not even about drumming. Like, it could be anything, mm-hmm. But you could apply that to what you do. Anything really, but it's for me, it's just finding the inspiration to keep you going,
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. Like you mentioned something, Samus, which is, I would also say that sometimes a YouTube video from, let's say, a sports guy or someone who's really working a lot, you can sense the passion in this person is something that really affects you and motivates you to go to the practice room and also play.
Absolutely.
So for me, when I have days where I feel like I need some sort of motivation because I've been playing days and days and it just feels a bit boring, I like to sometimes just go through YouTube and find such videos that inspire me, and again, can be something that has nothing to do with music. And I also try to remember, when you have a really good day behind the drum kit and everything feels right, it's a perfect day, it sounds great, you have the power, I always like to remember this moment. And once there is a shitty day, see it as a piece of cake. You have a big cake and you just take off a slice and you remember from this moment, like, hey, there was this amazing day and let's work towards this because I'm sure it can happen again. So this is small things,
Mm-hmm. Cool. Ok, Gilson. Galera, eles falaram assim, ó, que basicamente eles têm, às vezes eles não têm, não é a própria bateria. Fala aí, Gilson, o do Bruno aí, para eles saberem.
Thank you, Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno again. I only see monsters of metal here. All respect for all.
Yeah, Bruno is a monster.
That's awesome.
Então é isso aí, galera. Às vezes eles também não estão muito motivados, mas eles vão lá e tocam, e aí eles se lembram que quando eles não estão naquele mesmo mood a fim de tocar, eles sempre, mas aquela outra vez eu também não tava e foi bom, tal. Então, tipo assim, basicamente é que todo mundo gosta de tocar bateria pra caralho.
É isso aí. Adam, 1999, this is for everyone. Is there a song that you just love to play that is challenging, but feels like a new pair of undies? Stay metal. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's first?
Hey, we have here $100.
Yeah, Ron
US dollars. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Rod. Shout out to Rod.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rod. You are the worst. Thank you so much.
You're the next one. You're the next.
Yeah,
one.
you're gonna be the next one.
Yeah.
So now, guys, let's reply the super chats really fast, really quick answers, because then we can concentrate in this $100.
It's worth it.
But to answer the first question there, I actually think that so a song that you love to play in challenging, I would say a lot of stuff is challenging, depends on what day it is. Like you said, Krimh, sometimes you have a good day and everything feels smooth, you play live and everything feels like in place, and then the day after it's just a mess. You just feel like, have I ever played this song? It sounds like shit. And it's just, and that's weird. It's just weird. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And so for me, it's challenging most of the time. And it's also different things that are challenging. If it's sometimes it's the groove is not there. Sometimes the double bass is not working. Sometimes your hands are not working, and it's just different mindsets. So I think it changes over time. What songs and what's different, what's hard to play.
But Peter, since you guys are kind of very, very high level player, don't you think that sometimes this is just your feel, that the audience and the people that are sharing the stage, they are not feeling that? Because I remember when I was touring with Tony McAlpine after the show, sometimes I was asking him, hey, how was it? And said, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I was fighting with the guitar during all the nights.
Yeah.
We were punching each other.
Yeah. And it sounded great. So probably. But that's true. It's sometimes people come up to me and a good story there is actually when I was younger, when I was young, I actually people came up to me after shows sometimes, just told me like, wow, man, that was an awesome show. Love your drumming and stuff. And then I felt it was a bad show. And I always responded with like, that was a shitty show. I just, nothing felt good and I played bad and stuff like that. And then I figured, who the hell am I to tell people, that I had a shitty day? If they had a great experience and they liked what they heard, I just go like, well, thanks a lot. I don't have to go into, well, in the second chorus of the third song, I felt like something missing there. Who the hell cares? I mean, no one cares.
Absolutely.
So,
and sometimes
when we fuck up, we remember it. That's
exactly.
True.
Because
we always remember the negatives.
Because we are so close to the drum set. So we can. Yeah, exactly. We can feel everything that we are playing.
Plus,
it's a good thing getting older is that you don't care about that as much anymore. That's what I do.
True.
I mean, if when you're reaching a different level, it's kind of, that it's going to be good enough. But sometimes you have these days that are really, really good, and you have to deal with it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, perfect.
Definitely.
Okay, Gilson.
Let's go another one. I heard a burp.
Sorry.
Christian Coelho. 10. Thank you.
Obrigado, Christian.
10.
Obrigado.
Crazy said. Obrigado.
It's corny.
Crazy. So will the fans get a beating off together drum collab with all 5 of you someday?
Oh,
I
sure.
would love to see this.
Send us like for $5,000. Not a problem. You can send it to me, and I will give like.
You can choose the song.
You can choose the song. Send it to me, and I will share with the guys.
Sure you will.
Thiago Shade again, guys. What was the most challenging recording and show/fill-in you guys ever did, and why? I would like to especially ask Krimh about replacing Vitek.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
Vitek, yeah. Man.
For the record, I mean, like every record can be challenging, but because it's always something that you just learned, as we said before.
Yeah.
Challenging was the new Septic Flesh album, which is not out yet. It's a lot of, I tried to really put more flavor into it, not just always go straight double kicks and here and there. So I really tried to, almost like a painter, try to add more flavors into it. And for the live concert, I think it was the Behemoth session I did, because it was just so short time to learn everything and get used to this old school black death metal drumming, which is so completely not my style. Like Inferno, the original drummer, he plays so different than I do, and it was just really difficult to make everything possible in like 10 days. So I had to learn everything in 10 days, and I was like, how shall I do that? And I really struggled, and you overplay, and the first shows were so for me. But eventually I had time to recover and to really like practice with, how to say, I didn't have to stress that much. I could finally absorb everything, and then it felt more natural. So yeah, and replacing Vitek, yeah, it was difficult because I mean they were brothers, so the guitar player and the drummer, and it's always difficult to be in such a situation that it's not only a band member, but it's also a family member that passed away. But I never tried to really let this influence me too much. I always try to do my thing and try to do 100%, give the best I can. So yeah, and it was a great lesson to be in this band. It was good. I learned a lot. For my drumming, it changed a lot, definitely. Awesome. I talk about Decapitated in case you guys want to know which band that is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Samus.
Yes.
What about you?
Yes.
What was the question again? Sorry.
Hardest gig recording.
Yeah, like recording and live gig.
The most difficult and challenging.
And if you replace someone as well, filling in.
Well, for me, probably just having to go into the studio with Devin Townsend, that was nerve-wracking enough, because he's like, in my opinion, he's like a musical genius, and it was hard for me to go in there and be like, okay, I don't want to.
Which one did you record with him? Which album did you record with him?
I did a couple of the songs on Empath.
Yeah, the last
Impact.
one, right?
Okay.
So it's hard to say.
I'll check it out.
Which one is the last one? Because with him, he throws out an album every 5 minutes.
Yeah. And Samus, that album is killer, man. Samus, you're drumming on there. Insane.
Thank you very much. He pushed me. He really pushed me on that song. Hear Me. That there. He made me do things I didn't know I was capable of doing. But
awesome.
I'm glad he did because it made me a little better. So
cool. Yeah. Awesome. What about you, Peter?
It's always hard to fill in for someone else. I actually did this kind of the same thing that Krimh said, that you said. We were on tour with Darkane opening up for Soilwork, and Dirk, who's playing with Megadeth now, he was playing in Soilwork back then, and so we did this tour, and he hurt his ribs, so we had one day off, and I woke up in the tour bus, and Speed, the vocalist of Soilwork, just came to my bunk and said, Peter, can you wake up? And I'm like, yeah. So I said, no, Dirk can't play today or tomorrow. He can't continue the tour. So either we cancel the tour or you play double sets with Darkane and Soilwork.
Oh my God.
So I already had filled in for them like a couple years earlier on some older songs, but I didn't know all the songs they were playing. They were playing 17 songs, and I think I learned 14 songs in one day.
You're insane.
That's a
lot.
I had these charts. I just wrote everything down. So I wrote all the patterns down, all the rhythms with music notes. And then I had like big charts to my left. So it was like a big band gig, I was like constantly
metal gig.
Yes, wow. I was constantly reading. I of course I heard the songs. We had been on tour for like a week or something, so I already heard all of the songs and the albums, of course. But it's a different story, as you said, Aquiles. If you hear songs and then you have to play it. But so I actually did. Yeah, I did. I didn't nail all the 17. I did 14, and that was fair enough, I think, for one.
Amazing. Então, isso aqui vale a pena falar, cara. Galera, o Peter...
tudo, mas faz aí.
O Krimh falou que quando ele foi tocar com o Behemoth, ele substituiu o Inferno, e o Inferno é um batera mais clássico de blast beat, assim, que tem nada a ver com o estilo dele. Ele falou que foi foda, assim, que foi muito difícil. Mas que nos primeiros shows assim foram estranhos, e depois ele se acostumou porque ele teve que praticar muito, então o corpo ficou cansado. O Peter falou que ele estava em turnê com o Soilwork e o Dirk acordou um dia com as costas machucadas, e aí os caras falaram assim, se você não puder fazer os 2 shows, a gente vai ter que cancelar a tour. E aí, como ele já tinha tocado uma outra vez com o Soilwork, ele pegou e aprendeu 14 músicas em um dia, fez todas as partituras, colocou do lado dele e foi tocando. E ele falou que deu tudo certo. Congratulations, Peter. Amazing. Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Because I had technical problems and I left, so I missed the one question, so I can't put in the screen, but I'm gonna read in YouTube. Christian Coelho, Peter and Aquiles, I'm here to say thank you for the best drums parts ever. Temple of Shadows and James Labrie albums are my favorites. Peter, do you have intentions to come to Brazil? I want to extend to you all that question.
Yeah.
Come to Brazil. Come to Brazil.
You know what, you guys? I don't know if you are, if you know, but we just had this
drum festival.
TVMaldita Drum Festival. So maybe we can bring you guys for the next one, because the next one is gonna be special for metal players.
Wow.
Let's talk about it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's cool.
No, that I've that would be a green con. I never played in South America, so
okay.
That's I still need to check that one off. So
awesome.
I would love to go there. Two times
in Brazil and one big South American tour.
Wow.
What about you, Samus?
I have not been to South America. No, I have not.
So Krimh can tell you that the food
you can stay in my
the
house.
food there is really good, huh?
Amazing.
Sounds good.
The food is really good.
And the people are very, very nice and
very friendly.
Yes, super friendly.
Yeah.
And great crowds, I've heard. It's craziest,
Crazy.
I always enjoyed it. It's crazy. It is a little bit a pinch of craziness, but it's perfect.
Welcome to Brazil.
Yeah, welcome to Brazil.
Wow.
Okay, Gilson, keep going, please.
Next one, Eduardo Heck. Hey, you donkey mouths. Do you listen to Brazilian music? Example, samba, groove from another level. Cheers, guys. Have you ever listened to
what
Brazilian
do you guys
music,
know
man?
from the Brazilian music? This is a good question.
Well, we know the metal side from Brazil. That's for sure.
Yeah,
and of course,
but
it's with the samba stuff. Everybody knows samba, but I cannot point out specifically like I know this and this and this and this artist. But what I can tell is that it's just in your DNA. No matter which drummer, if it's metal or not, you can hear it immediately. Yeah, it must be from Brazil because of the samba.
We call this is a gringo samba.
The gringo samba.
Gringo samba. When you see
someone outside
playing, you say, this is a gringo samba. Cool.
I actually had a few. I did a few of samba things where we played surdo drums and stuff like that, and repenique and stuff like that. So I've been playing quite a lot of percussion actually. So but the hard thing is that you said, I'm a total gringo.
Yeah, we all are. When you try, it's gonna sound.
It's just but it's the boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom. It's not 16th notes and it's not triplets. It's like like New Orleans stuff. It's in between, so it's hard to play.
It's kind of off tempo, right?
And often, yeah. But I love it. It's
cool. Galera, resumindo, os gringos adoram samba, mas não conseguem tocar.
Toca mais pra nós, é isso aí.
Keep going, Gilson.
Another one from Guilherme Borges, another $50. Thank you very much. Samus area is still using mesh heads? If so, why? Trouble with your new neighbor?
All right, well, yes, or did you want to translate the question first before I go?
Yeah.
No, you can go ahead. And then later I translate it.
Okay. I am still using the mesh heads, not because of the neighbors, but they're just they absorb more shock than regular heads do, and since I've lately been having pain in my wrists, it just feels more comfortable to play on the mesh heads for right now until I can get the strength back and play on the real kit. Well, not real kit, but it's still a real kit. It's just mesh heads. They're a little bouncier, so they give more. Doesn't hurt as much for me.
Are you in your studio?
Yeah. I'm in my basement. Yeah.
Cool. I'm curious because I can see all the stands and stuff.
Oh yeah. The drums are back there. Yeah.
Headquarter.
Yeah.
Headquarter.
Looks big, man. Looks huge.
It's nice. Yeah, I got a lot of room down here.
Yeah. So let's translate that. O Guilherme Borges perguntou, né, se ele ainda está usando aquelas peles de estudo, né, mesh heads, que não fazem barulho, e por quê, né, seria por causa dos vizinhos dele. Ele falou, não, o meu problema não são os vizinhos, mas porque realmente essas peles, elas me dão um rebote melhor, e eu sinto menos dores, né, menos risco de tendinite do que com peles regulares. Então, é uma bateria de verdade, mas eu gosto de usar as mesh heads e triggers, né, para o som.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Keep going. Cool.
Another great Brazilian drummer. This guy is from Project 46. Bebeto the Ninja Drummer.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
He's a monster too.
Yeah. Another Brazilian monster. What's
Exactly. You guys can call him Bebeto Festas.
Bebeto
Festas.
Bebeto Festas.
Hey!
The party guy. Bebeto the party
guy. Yeah.
The party guy. Okay.
He's he has a very good vibe. He's amazing.
Yeah,
Keep going, Gilson.
Great. Have you guys ever tried to practice with no clothes at all? See, that's why he's the Bebeto Festas. Feels so good. Love you guys drumming, by the way.
I don't want to smash my balls.
No. Shit, yeah.
No, underwear was underwear was the least amount of clothes I had on.
Yeah.
Completely naked. Never tried it yet. But if he says it's good, maybe he has experience, you know. So.
I can tell you. I can tell you guys a secret of my practice. Every day when I'm practicing and I'm sweating a lot, when I'm going back home, then I put my shorts without underwear and I feel so great.
But Aquiles.
My wife doesn't like it, but it's just from my practice room floor to my apartment.
Aquiles, can I ask you? Do you Aquiles? Do you practice every day?
Yeah, he's a machine.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So, and do you have like a routine? You have a routine, or just doing songs, or it's different, of course.
Yeah, sometimes I have some recordings for clients, so I always do this first. And when I have time, but why I'm practicing every day? Because I'm doing a lot of private classes tours for 40 days that I'm not playing at all. So basically, I'm just playing like in pads and showing exercise for the students, but nothing like I usually do.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to take advantage when I'm home to practice every day. And sometimes I go to my practice room on Saturdays, on Sunday, just to do something. Sometimes I spend like the afternoon just cleaning the drum set, just doing something to not get crazy, because it's too time to not doing nothing when you are not doing.
Of course,
of course. That's right.
But to clean your drum, to clean your drum kit, that takes more than a day.
No, actually, no, because
it's a week of work.
No, that's another secret. I clean my drum set every day after practice. So when I get there next day, everything is smooth and clean.
Wow. Inspiring. Dedication. Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Because man, I hate to be back in the next day and start cleaning before studying. So I prefer to do this. That's why I'm not using underwear when I'm cleaning the drums. When I'm using my vacuum cleaner.
Wait, do you use your underwear to clean the drums?
No, I have the proper gear. Vai, Gilson, traduz aí. Essa palhaçada toda.
All of that. O Bebeto, the Ninja Drummer, dos grandes bateras do Brasil aqui do Project 46. O pessoal elogiou muito aqui, eles conhecem ele também. Comentou, né, se eles já praticaram nus, né? Sem cueca, né? Peladão. E ele falou que é muito bom. E os caras comentaram, o Krimh falou que o máximo que ele fez foi tocar de cueca, mas nunca tentou mais do que isso. O Samus, eu não lembro se ele falou alguma coisa desse sentido.
Não, nunca.
Acho que ele não comentou.
Nunca.
Nunca. E o Peter também não. Só que daí o Peter devolveu para o Aquiles perguntando como é que era a sua rotina, né? Se você praticava todo dia. O Aquiles, não, realmente, eu pratico todo dia. Eu vou traduzir o Aquiles agora. Que ele diz que pratica todo dia, mas especialmente também porque ele regularmente tem feito turnês onde ele fica 40 dias sem tocar bateria, apenas no pad, jogando videogame com os alunos, né? Então ele não toca bateria. Only video games, not playing drums at all. So, quando ele está em casa, ele pratica regularmente, né? Começando pelos trabalhos de clientes, né? E depois ele vai praticar, mas que ele falou que, especialmente sobre esse lance de tocar peladinho, que ele tira a roupa dele suada para levar para casa e volta para casa só de shortinho, né?
Shortinho.
Sem a cuequinha. E daí eu acho que foi o Samus que perguntou se você limpava a bateria com a cueca.
Com a cueca. O Samus é uma festa, cara. Esse aí faz parte do time já.
E o Aquiles falou que gosta de limpar a bateria no final do treino, que é para no outro dia tá ok, porque como diz o Peter, a bateria é gigante, leva uma semana para limpar aquela bateria. Então, o Aquiles, não, eu limpo no final do treino, mas não usa cuequinha, ele usa um paninho especial.
Paninho amarelo. Keep going, Gilson. Thank you.
Next one, Thiago Shade again, 199. Peter, did you ever consider sing for Darkane?
To be honest, actually, on the records, like the earlier records, I actually did quite a lot of vocals on those records, actually. So because in the studio, sometimes, when you're doing vocals, and if you don't have everything planned out and you have limited time, the vocalist doing screams, whoa, all those vocals, they get worn out, so I actually, there are some parts where I actually do some main vocals too on the older Darkane records. So I just love doing vocals. Right now I'm actually doing the pre-production vocals for the next Darkane album. So
awesome.
So I'm doing I like that. So
Gilson, we have that question. No, wait a minute. We have that question now.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Before that, I think it's better you go for the very last one.
And then we finish the super chat?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we finish with
Léo Baeta,
the 100.
grande Léo.
Let me... here. Léo Baeta, 10. Drum Legends. Peter, thanks for making me spend 2 hours transcribing a 2-bar drum fill you recorded in the song Just Watch Me for one of my drum autopsy videos. Whoa, you're all huge reference. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
That's great.
Good.
Wow. Would love to see that transcription. I will check it out. Yeah.
Cool. That's
Happy to keep them busy.
And now, guys, Rod Clement. Mandou.
You're the man.
You're the man, Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
Awesome.
For the kids, thank you very much.
Yeah, this guy, he's so amazing because sometimes we were doing lives in Portuguese and he was supporting us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And now, finally, he can understand one of the TV shows. That's cool.
Wow. Rod,
thank you, Rod.
Give it up for Rod. Yeah, awesome, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's hear.
Yeah, so Peter.
So Aquiles, yeah.
Tell me, how did you find out that you are one of those 7 guys?
Yeah, so the thing is, I already had recorded the first album, Static Impulse, with James LaBrie. So that was the reason they knew about me, because, I was kind of the underdog in that situation with all those great drummers there and well-known drummers. So, no, man, so, no, but I just found, I got an email from their manager, and I, the cool thing is that, do you want to, audition for Dream Theater, like in the subject, and I saw the other names of the different drummers there, and I was like, don't know about, is this like a joke, or, what's up with this, but I of course I instantly felt that who wouldn't, if you get asked, who wouldn't do the audition?
Absolutely.
I mean, so yeah, it was an easy thing to say yes, of course, to wanted to do it, but I actually saved that email. I think it's very cool. So just being mentioned around those other drummers, just made my day. And that was I was already done by then. I thought, yeah, I'm happy with just having this email. So
me too. I still have it.
Yeah, exactly. And I met you, Aquiles. I met you there.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing. Yeah, I was finishing my audition. I met Marco Miniman in the beginning of the afternoon, and then I met Peter.
By the end of the day. Can I ask? Was it like that? It was all at the same time that you did the audition in a way. So like one after another came in.
Yes, just like
that. Yeah, it was like that. Yeah,
the same day.
3 days.
3 days. Yeah. 3 days.
I would shit my pants so bad if I would get such an email. I would be like, wow. I mean, big honor, but wow.
Yeah, I can tell you, I was glad I was wearing my underwear at that time.
There's some guys that they receive the invitation, but they don't want to be part of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a secret who?
Yeah, it is.
Under $100 for this.
Yeah, and you know what? I just found out about all the drummers one day before I get into the plane, and I said, "No, it's now or never. Let's do it." But hey, Peter. But how important was the audition for you? Can you say that there was one Peter Wildoer before and after the audition? How people start treating you after the audition?
That was a big. I mean, I was probably the same person, but I would say that the exposure we got from it, Aquiles, of course, is huge. I mean, the impact and it had, so it was just a huge thing to do to get your name out there, because there are so many. I mean, like we've seen here. I mean, there are so many drummers on YouTube, Instagram, and stuff like. I mean, there are tons of great drummers who play very well, but to get this opportunity, of course, it's just a cool thing to do, to get it. And so for that, for promotion wise, it was of course amazing, of course.
For me, it was amazing. It changed my life, and that's why I got my green card, and I'm living here in LA. Without that audition, would be totally different.
Congrats, man! Congrats!
Awesome.
Yeah.
And every time when I'm walking into the NAMM show, a lot of drummers came to me and they say, "Hey, congratulations, you are one of the 7 guys." And I said, "Yeah, but I didn't get the gig." "Yeah, but you were there. You were there."
Yeah.
So this is really cool.
I actually never felt bad not getting the gig. For me, it was all about just. I mean, honestly, to be able to jam and play a few songs with Dream Theater. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Yeah. So I mean, for me, I was already, when I left, for the US, for New York, I already felt like a winner. So I didn't really, of course, if you get the gig, it's cool. But for me, it was just an experience, and I just felt like, well, I get to go to New York, get to play with these guys and, get the name out there. That was it for me. I was already happy. So it was just an amazing experience, of course.
Yeah, it was. Gilson, translation.
Ok. Então, a pergunta foi, né?
Okay. Wake up.
A pergunta foi, né? Vamos falar sobre a audição, né? Para quem não estava no planeta Terra nos últimos 10 anos. Aquiles e Peter participaram da audição do Dream Theater. Ambos participaram, ambos não estão lá na banda, né? O Mike Mangini que está na banda. E ambos perderam. Mas, como diz o Peter, para ele nunca foi uma derrota ter participado, ter tocado com a banda. O nome dele foi lançado para o mundo inteiro. Então, para ele, nunca foi sentido como uma derrota. Pelo contrário, foi uma vitória ter participado. E o Aquiles citou, inclusive, né, uma coisa que a gente tem muito essa síndrome aqui no Brasil, de síndrome de vira-lata, de que a gente, em vez de valorizar quem chega lá, a gente fica diminuindo a pessoa, né? O Aquiles, falo por mim e pelas pessoas que a gente vê aqui, que recebe muita crítica porque não ganhou quando ele estava entre os 7 melhores, e lá fora ele recebe muito comentário, né? Ei, você estava entre os 7, né? Você estava entre os 7 melhores bateristas do mundo, né? Um dos 7 mais incríveis para participar dessa audição. Alguém tinha que ganhar, né? E o Peter, assim como o Aquiles já falou várias vezes, só por ter estado lá foi uma grande vitória. E com certeza, para a gente aqui no Brasil, é um orgulho o Aquiles ter estado entre esses.
Cool, Gilson.
Aquiles, I have to tell you before we stop. You know, like my wife also came to the audition. We actually spent like a week in New York just to,
awesome.
Since we traveled from Sweden to New York, we just felt, so my wife was there, and she actually was there when I met you. So really? and she almost fell in love with you, man. I had a hard time there. She loved you and me too. And she said, "Oh man, that's such a sweetheart, that guy."
Thank you, thank you.
Such a nice guy, and you are such a nice guy. All of you are.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We are having a wonderful night here talking to you. It's amazing. Morning. Thiago Shade, stop sending fucking questions to Peter, okay?
Just one more.
Okay. But hey, there is something. Hey, Peter, there is something that you would like to share with the Brazilian guys. Something that you never state about this audition ever. I have some things that I never said, but I'm keeping this for the second part of my biography that we are working on it right now. So there I'm gonna put the whole picture and everything that I thought, the things that that I was. After that audition, there was a lot to be true, a lot of stuff thinking about the future and about everything. So I put this out, and there's someone that is working on it.
Cool.
So this is gonna be a very important. Yeah, this is gonna be a very, very important part of the second part of my bio. So what about you? Do you have something that you would like to share? How did you feel like the moment when you left the building?
I mean, to be honest, I stayed in New York for 2 days before, 2 or 3 days before I auditioned. So, and I can't almost remember anything. I was so nervous. I mean, I was just, I had to wear my underwears that time, to be able to shit in my underwears. I had to wear them. So I was just so nervous, man. So, but I just felt like a few minutes into the first song, I just felt everything just, I started relaxing a bit, and I just felt like, Peter, I just told myself, be in this moment, remember it, and remember how it feels like, just that's a great memory, to have. So I kind of, at that moment, I just felt, well, I know the songs, I know how to play them, I rehearsed it over and over and over, and so I just felt like just enjoy the moment. And as soon as we were done, I was the last one. So I was after you, Aquiles. So and Marco was the first one that day, and then you played, and then I played. So and afterwards, I just had a great hang because Petrucci, he just said, if you want to stay, man, we're gonna order some pizza and stuff like that. Just hang out, because they had 3 exhausting days, of course. So and we just had a great hang, like a couple of hours after, and we just hang out, talk together, and it was just an amazing moment. And I don't know if I have any like cool details or something that's not out there, but I know some of us that rehearsed, put our heart into it, and I was one of those who actually put my heart in. I always do the work, so and it was just a great experience, to be honest. And I don't have any. I don't think I have any cool details like that, but I'm looking forward to yours, man.
Cool.
So you have to buy the biography.
I have to buy it. I
will. Translation.
Então, o Peter comentou, né, que até com a piada da cueca, né, ele, assim, eu tive que fazer essa audição com minha cueca porque eu tava me borrando, eu tava muito nervoso. Ele disse que chegou uns 2 dias antes em Nova York, foi isso que ele falou? Foi, né? e para audição. E daí ele foi, inclusive, o último da audição, logo depois do Aquiles. E os caras, inclusive, convidaram ele para ficar. Ele ficou lá conversando com eles depois. Ele estava de certa forma, estava tranquilo, que ele disse, cara, eu estudei pra caramba as músicas, eu sabia as músicas. Eu fui lá e toquei, curti o momento. Eu aproveitei o momento, então eu tenho boas memórias disso, né? Conversei com os caras depois e tal. Então, para mim, foi sensacional.
Cool. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back for the super chat. We still have like 4 or 5 here. People are sending money. So then we're gonna answer this one and bye.
Yeah.
4 from Thiago Shade and 1 from another guy. Have you guys ever met / worked with someone in a festival or something that you guys and the guy was an asshole? Can you tell who?
No.
Not on for $4.99. You have to.
Yeah, you have to pay more. Yeah, this is not money enough, Thiago.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. You know.
No, actually, all the drummers that I met in festivals, they were always really cool.
Yeah, I say the same. It's not that I want you to pay. I mean, I want that you pay more money, but it's not. It's the truth. We're all nice guys. And organized mainly because I think drummers have to be the most organized person in the band. And it's just, yeah.
Okay, cool. Keep going, Gilson.
Max Drummer D, $5. Hi, Aquiles. Greetings for everyone. The good things about us drummers, we don't compete with each other. We enjoy what we do. We get along too. More success.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. Cool.
That's cool.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Friendly competition is okay though. If you if you're friends and you push each other to get better, that's okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the thing. Adam 999. You just made all of their leaning world happy. New Darkane. Oh shit.
He meant Darkane World.
Darkane, yes.
But there is a new Darkane coming out next year. Yeah.
Next
awesome.
year, nice.
Next year?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Hopefully. Let's
Gibbo, $10. Yeah. Samuel sent me here. After party at all? Some dollars for kids. It's a friend.
What's up, dude?
Gibbo. Thank you.
Oh, you're
So the after party. Another one from Thiago Shade. Aquiles is jealous. He's cute. 199. This is in Portuguese.
Tem mais um aí no finalzinho.
And the last one, I think. Alex, $20. Any advice to someone who doesn't know anything about music but wants to learn drums after 40, besides buying Gilson classes? Yeah, you can buy my classes. Yeah.
Well, most important is that you get this passion, right? That you have this, like you not lose the motivation and the fun. You always should remember that, you know.
Right.
As it's not a competition. It's except you want to be the world's most fastest drummer. But if you don't want to be this person, then I think you should always remember the basic motivation. You love the instrument. If you have a bad day, make sure that you still don't give up, you know, because there will be better times. So for me, this is the most important thing. Never lose the fun of playing this instrument.
Cool.
Definitely.
Samus.
I don't know if I can add anything to that. That was pretty good there.
Spot on.
Just have as much fun as you can, really. And then, you know, you're over 40, doesn't matter. You're never too late, right?
Exactly.
So.
Actually, I had my first class when I was 21.
Wow.
My first paradiddle, I learned with 21 years. Yeah.
Okay. No, but I also think to keep it structured, if you're really, you know, what do you say? If you really mean something about your drumming, if you want to reach a level, you have to have some kind of game plan, of course, of practicing. But the most important is the motivation, of course. But I just want to throw in this one. Have you guys read it?
Wow, this is beautiful.
I have not seen that. No.
Effective Practicing for Musicians by Gabriel.
Oh, Benny's awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
Benny's
awesome.
Wow. Cool.
So,
now I need to get that.
This book is actually, I mean, it's great. It's great for practicing. So if you need tips about how to schedule and how to work out your practice sessions, this book is actually awesome. I mean, all of us here probably did our fair of practicing, I guess, and still do.
Yes.
So, but if you're new to it, you have to have a game plan, and it's a great way of just starting, to read the book, and just get a game plan.
Okay.
I have sorry. I have a last question from Thiago. He's a pain in the ass, so he asked me to put this on the screen. Peter, how the new Darkane album sounding? And that's the last one.
It's gonna sound Swedish.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
But cool. Are you guys changing something? Are you guys changing something, bringing something new for the table, or you are keeping the classic stuff?
I think we're keeping up with the classic stuff. That's what we do, and it's probably quite. I mean, all the Darkane albums are different, but it's definitely a Darkane album. I can tell you that it sounds like Darkane, and it sounds great. I hope.
Okay, so I personally have one more question. It's gonna be the number 6, Gilson. How do you see this desperation of people for likes on social media nowadays? How much time do you spend on your social media daily?
You guys
go first. Time. Way too much time.
Yeah, I agree. It is. It became a really important part of nowadays musician. I think it's just how it is. And I think there's no escape from that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to just do it at a certain amount at the day and not let it interfere the other times, because I want to practice, right? I want to spend time with my family. So I rather say like 1 hour, I sit down and I just try to comment everybody and try to be there for them. And then just, have a separation. But I do understand. And I think with Samus, we are like, I don't know, a different generation. We just grew up with this YouTube stuff. For us, it almost feels normal. But I think Samus will agree that it's just so much work, so much time that is in there. And it's not that we're hungry for likes, or it's just, how to say, it's part of the game. You have to feed the algorithm. You have to continue all the time. And it just takes so much time,
Yeah, I go to bed thinking about YouTube, and I wake up thinking about YouTube. It's pathetic, but that's what I do. That's what I do.
Samus, do you make a good amount of money with the YouTube?
Well, I have not had to do any other kind of work in the last couple of years. Yeah, I was able to quit able to quit my insurance job. But it's not just YouTube. It's like a combination of the YouTube videos, and I do the live streaming, and I try to sell merch. Like I try to do as many different things as I can, because sometimes you'll have a bad week on YouTube or a bad week from streaming. So it's not always consistent. So I just try to always do as much as I possibly can.
Awesome.
Wow.
And do you guys think about something like, what should I do? Should I go to my practice room, or should I edit this video here?
Both.
Depends on what day it is.
Exactly. I would suggest to make sure that you set the priority for playing always on it's the highest, because if you don't practice your craft, how you should get better, or what videos you want to record, right, to edit later. So I would always go for practice is number one, and then you decide if you're willing to spend the time afterwards to edit and work on, your social media stuff. I would do that, but for me, playing is number one. And then, or if you want to have a day off from playing drums, you could use it for editing a video, for example. Like you being productive. You don't have to feel guilty about today I didn't play. But actually, I did, 3-4 hours I was editing this video. So it's also part of it. It's part of the job now.
Exactly.
Cool. What about you, Peter?
Well, I don't. My job is teaching maths and drums to my students. So that's my daytime work, and I work, 5 days a week with that. So I don't spend that much time on social media, and I actually spent less time on social media because when I get back home, I want to, spend time with my family, do some carpentry, and then of course play drums, and I do a lot of workouts. I do calisthenics, like gymnastic rings works out.
You're a machine, like I saw it.
I try to keep up. I want to get old, and I want to be healthy. So that's why I do.
Very good.
Nice. But honestly, I mean, if you check out, the other guys, how many followers you guys have on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. I mean, that's your work, so to speak, I guess. So
yeah.
I should have been better at it, but I'm not.
But don't you think that because you have the job as a teacher, that you basically don't have to do all of that?
No, I don't.
Free from that?
Yeah. And
because for us, it's not.
No. For you guys, it's a part of the work. That's what you guys do. So but I would actually love to do it. But to be honest, I also feel often when I do something, when I record something, a video, I just feel like it's not good enough. So I rarely post something on social media because I'm not that often happy with what I do. So I don't post.
I can understand that.
The level is extremely high.
When I see videos of you guys, I just feel no, not posting.
Put it out. Come on.
I will.
Guys, tell me one more thing. Like, are you guys married? Do you have kids? And if you have it, how do you find a balance about everything that you have to do nowadays to be a musician, to have your space in the scene and also have time for your family and for your kids?
All right, I guess I'll go first. I'm married, and we don't have any kids. We have 2 dogs, but
kids.
They're still technically kids, right? But it's pretty tough for me, especially with the schedule. We actually. This is going to sound funny, but my wife and I have, 2 specific nights a week that we'll sit down and actually hang out with each other. Like we have to plan it and schedule it because I'm just always so busy. So it's always Wednesday nights and Saturday nights that we're like, okay, let's have dinner, watch a movie. It's just family time, and
Good.
And you, Krimh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not married. I just have a fat cat, and that's it. So I can just play drums and work. That's all I do.
but man, your Krimh, your cat is like a Maine Coon.
It's a Maine Coon with 11 kilos.
11 kilos.
Huge.
Oh my God.
He's like a tiger. He's huge.
You understand where all the money goes, right?
Yeah.
All the money I make is going in this fat cat. Like being in a bank account that you will never get something out of it. But I mean, I try, of course, to spend time with my family as well. So it has always priority. So actually, family and health is super important for me, and I will take the time for that. But besides this, I just love playing drums. I just love doing stuff, being productive. It's not that somebody forces me to do this. It's just really enjoy that. So as I'm having my own schedule, I just push. I just work. Pop.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Peter?
No, as you know, I have a daytime work, so my schedule is kind of the same every week, at least Monday to Friday. So I always wake up early, do calisthenics in the morning, or do workouts in the morning. I do 4 or 5 sessions of calisthenics a week, and 2 or 3 times I do running in the week, and I do some mobility exercises like yoga and Pilates and stuff like that. So I always wake up early. Machine. No, I always wake up early, a few hours before I go to work, and I do.
Not today.
I work out. Not today. No, but I'm just staying up now. I'm just going up. I will stay awake and do some workout now. So I do workout. I just do workout every day. Go to work, and when I get back home, you have to do food and everything. And I'm married. And I have a son and 2 cats and a little lizard. So that's
cool.
So it's kind of, it's a routine, but every day is the same. When I get back home, I try to get some time to do maybe some drum practicing or stuff like that, and just play something. And then often in the evening, we actually try to keep an hour every day where my son and wife and I sit down and watch some series or a movie or just hang out. And we always eat dinner together if everybody are at home in the evening, of course. But so we just you have to take care of the family too. But yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty much, I like it's just the same every week. I like that.
Cool. Peter, have you watched Murders of Valhalla?
No, I haven't watched that one. No, I haven't. No.
It's really good.
Really
good.
Thanks. I need some new tips. So
the chest. What's the name? Chestnut Man.
No, I have.
It's amazing.
The Chestnut Man. Yeah. It's
amazing.
Called it's a Danish series. Everybody should watch it. It's amazing. We watched that. Just a few weeks, a week ago or something.
Chestnut Man.
It's called Kastanjemannen. That's in Danish. In Danish, Kastanjemannen. Chestnut Man.
O Homem da Castanha, galera. Okay, Gilson, let's go for the very last question.
Very last one.
Book, movie, and CD.
Okay. This one.
I was thinking about the 9 ones.
You were searching like who spent another $100 for question.
All right,
so
first?
who wants to start?
Gonna start that?
Yeah, Krimh.
Okay, me. Okay, so a book I can recommend is this one right here. It's about deep diving and free diving. It's super interesting. You learn about the ocean stuff, and it's pretty cool what that body is capable of. Like, you just hold your breath and you go down in such depth, and what you can experience there. So I highly can recommend it. It's called The Deep. Whoops, the wrong camera.
Beautiful.
Movie-wise, music stuff, extreme music stuff. I don't know if you're interested into this. Black metal documentary, Until the Light Takes Us. It's a pretty good black metal documentary.
I've heard of that.
Haven't seen that one.
The Night.
Yeah, Until the Night Takes Us, it's called. And for the music stuff, this is one of my favorite albums, and it's a Finnish melodic death metal band, and especially this album. The band is called Diablo. And this album is called Internium. I really love this album. It's great, groovy metal. The vocals sound a bit like James Hetfield, but it's super thick production, and you should definitely check it out.
Krimh, sorry. Can you put on the screen slowly so I can see the names?
It's reflecting.
Yeah, it's reflecting. The name of the band is Diablo.
Yes, Diablo.
And the album, please? The
Eternium, it's called.
Eternium.
I try to find something that is not so shiny, but it's.
I'm sorry if I spell it wrong, but.
There. Yep.
No, that's good.
That's good. That's enough.
You will find it.
Yeah, you'll find. Okay.
Yes.
Send us, Peter.
And I'm sorry, I was answering the questions on the chat, so I missed the book and the movie. I'm sorry.
The book is called Deep.
Just Deep?
Yeah.
Just Deep.
And the guy is called James Nestor.
James Nestor.
And I'm sorry, can you say again the movie?
The movie is a black metal documentary, Until the Light Takes Us.
Till the Light Takes Us.
Krimh, do you do deep diving yourself? Free diving and stuff? No. Because you do a lot of workouts. I mean, you do like mountain biking. It looks like super dangerous when you do it. You're a machine too, and you do a lot of workouts and gym and stuff like that. So
I think we're very similar. The Europeans are very similar.
Exactly. We are.
No, I don't do any deep dive stuff. I would love to, but no.
Yeah.
So
what's find a deep lake?
Good. So what's about your books and stuff?
You want me to go next? Sure. All right. Let's go with this for the book. This is Chariots of the Gods by Eric von Daniken. If you've ever seen the TV show Ancient Aliens, this is pretty much like a book about that kind of stuff. Like, it's just, you know, old ancient civilization shit that they found, like, you know, pyramids, like all that kind of stuff. And it's like, that's that was ancient aliens thousands of years ago. I love reading about that kind of stuff. And for an album, let's see if this will reflect or not. I took a picture of it on my phone.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah, you know this one.
Puritanical.
That album, in terms of the drums, that was my most.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Can you spell it?
Yeah, it's Puritanical. Well, yeah, that's gonna be tough to spell, but Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia by Dimmu Borgir.
My God!
Just check out Dimmu Borgir stuff with Dimmu Borgir.
Yeah.
And in terms of movie, I'm gonna go with again, more alien stuff, just aliens. The whole Alien series, I love that shit. I'm obsessed with alien stuff, so I'm gonna go with Alien. Just the whole series, not even one of the movies, the whole thing. I want more already.
Yeah. Is there coming a new one? Isn't there? I heard some rumors about a new Alien movie.
I know.
Cool.
I don't know, but I know they were originally working on it, and then the Covenant didn't do as well as they thought they would, so they stopped production. But I hope they're still going to do it, because I don't care. I'll watch them all.
It's funny because, hey Samus, it's funny because just before our live show, I was seeing the Netflix. There's a series that says the name is the movie that made us.
Yeah,
and it showed the Alien, the second one, the Aliens.
I didn't know that was on there. Okay,
how they made that. How they made that. You
wow.
You need
now
to
I have
that.
something else to watch tonight.
Cool. Yeah.
And music?
Dimmu Borgir.
Dimmu Borgir music.
Yeah. That's your time, Peter.
Okay. I already spoiled my book. So
effective practicing for musicians. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's inspiring. It's very Benny is super inspiring guy to watch. If you can watch some clinics he did online, just make sure to watch. He's I met him a couple of times and we keep in contact, and he's just an awesome guy. And I don't read a lot of books actually. If I read, I do mostly about scientific stuff like physics and maths and stuff like that. And I also like reading books like book called Angela Duckworth, Grit, and stuff like that. So I mainly, read books about how to improve yourself and stuff like that. So, but this is a great one. I think this is a cool one for musicians. It's for all musicians, not only drummers. And movie, I would say my favorite movie is still Seven.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a classic, and I like it. And it's
the same producer from Alien.
Yeah. Okay.
New line producer. Right. Yeah.
Wow. New line production. Yeah, and I'm revisiting all those old movies now with my son. He's 16, and a couple of years ago we started. I had a list. Hellraiser. We need to watch all the Hellraiser movies. We need to watch Alien. We need to watch Seven. All these scary movies. So I just waited for him to get old enough, to not get nightmares out of it. So we're just checking this list off now. It's like a long list of movies. And for music, this is my favorite album. Cynic Focus.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Like when Human came out, Death Human came out with Sean Rayner on it. He was only 19 back then when he recorded Death Human album, and considering that nobody ever played like that before on an album, he fucking reinvented metal drumming right at that point, and he recorded all the songs in 2 days. So
wow,
for the Human album, old school, old school.
That's awesome.
So it's not like today. We spent 3 years recording the new Darkane album. So no, but it's a classic. I love it.
So I just realized that I had an idea, and we're gonna start with you three guys. We're gonna start with you. So we would like to know which album that you record that describes you better as a drummer, like about taste, about style, about drum sound? Just one album that you record. That you can say, oh, if you want to know about me as a drummer, listen to this album.
Well, I would go definitely for the Decapitated album I did. Carnival is Forever. So check that out. I mean, it's young Krimh, but still, I think it fits very well, the style and everything. So.
Você achou aí, Gilson? Decapitated?
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Tem que botar na tela.
Shit, yeah.
So, what's the name again, please, Krimh?
Carnival is Forever.
Carnival.
You know about Carnival. So.
I know, yeah. Yeah, it's just like in Brazil.
Not the Carnival like it is.
Carnival is Forever.
Carnival is Forever.
Yeah.
Decapitated, yes. If you have
cool.
Yeah.
Samus.
Let's see. I'll go with a sort of more recent one. The album is called Never After by Andy Gillian. And it's some session work I did for, I think it must have been more than a year ago now.
I was spelling the last one.
Oh, so, wait. What?
Yeah,
Should I say it again?
Yeah.
Can you say it again?
It's called, the album is called Never After.
Never After?
By Andy Gillian.
Andy Gillian. What kind of music is this? Is this metal stuff?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like magical metal.
He's or something.
this guy, like he used to be in Morse Principium, the band, for a while, and he's really good at writing video game style music. So it's kind of like video game-esque metal, like lots of symphony orchestra stuff in there. It's just really cool stuff, and I got to go nuts on it and do some groove, do some blasting, and I just really enjoyed it. So
awesome. I'll check it out. Peter.
Yeah, I think there's so many records, but I would say that Static Impulse, James LaBrie, is probably the one that represents most of what I'm playing the most. I'm very proud of the Darkane albums I've done and everything. So but that's more on the extreme side, but I think Static Impulse has both, more extreme metal drumming, some blast beats, some fast double bass, but also some more like ballads and stuff like that. So I think it's, I'm proud of a lot of stuff I did, actually, still am, even though I want to re-record after, everybody knows that you want to re-record after a month, you want to redo it. But I think Static Impulse is a good way of starting. If you never heard me playing drums, that's a good way to start, I would say.
Awesome. Guys, now you have the words to say something for the Brazilian audience, to take them to spend 2 hours with us, sending money to help Casa Guido.
Thank you so much.
Now it's your word.
Yeah,
thank you so much
thanks.
for your time. Thank you, especially Peter and Krimh, for, being awake to join us. A lot of people were waiting for this live.
Wow.
And we had a very, very good audience here.
Cool.
Awesome.
Really cool. Yeah.
Nice. Now, I just say, everybody just always write, come to Brazil. I just reply to that. Bring me to Brazil.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Pay my ticket. I'm there.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool. Thank you for having us. It was awesome hanging with you guys, and thank you for all the Brazilian fans.
This was an honor, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Totally.
Thank you, guys.
Totally.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
And I will also come to Brazil for sure. I just don't know when, but I will. And I cannot wait for it because it's always nice. And thanks for the people that gave some money for a good cause.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Krimh, bring me as your drum tech. I want to go to Brazil too.
Okay, good. Are you cheap?
Yeah, I do it for free, man. I do it for free.
You
If
can
I get the ticket.
That's cool.
No,
That's awesome.
Thanks a lot. It's been awesome. An honor having us here.
My pleasure.
This was fun.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So that's it. Thank you so much for everyone that was watching us. Thank you for sending the money. And stay metal. Thank you, Gilson, for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter, Krimh, and Sam for your time.
Are you and me staying a little bit?
I'm a huge fan of all of you. Thank you.
And we're a huge fan of you, man.
Yeah, dude.
And all of you guys. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you
so much for having me.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Good night.